needed to shave today. They're right. Yeah, yeah. I headed out. We're pretty early and fast, and forgot to, or I didn't care. It's one of the two. Mentally, I didn't care enough to shave. So let's do this. Lots going on. I actually have done a terrible job of prepping this because today's just kind of gone pretty darn fast. Let me pull up. Ooh, gotta close. No, I've got some things I want to go over. You guys are going to be excited. I have kind of a big announcement. Finance narrowing down. Okay. No. Freedom. Let's open this up. This is kind of it. So let's, before I get to this, let's talk about what's happening in the Anubit verse. That kind of bit verse. We are now available in 21 countries. 21. We're doing pretty good about it. We still don't have Canada though. Darn it, our northern neighbors. We do have a request for Canada for GAN access and GAN usage. That is next on the shopping block as far as things we're going to activate. But pretty proud. We launched with 3. We are now, as of today, up to 21 countries that Anubit can be directly purchased from. This goes and ties directly into the GAN with the affiliate program, because the affiliate program runs as a layer on top of the GAN, and the more the less you have to worry, I should say, not the more, the less you have to worry about borders or where someone is in the world, the more it opens up that you can share with anyone without consideration. We are going to be pushing that behind the scenes. Obviously, we're working on the affiliate program, and we're loading different countries and territories. And but it's a process. It's like, if you're wondering what goes on behind the scenes, quite a bit. So, with that said, we're very happy about that. Let me see if I can get. Hey, Tanya, it's working. Hoping that's a fresh. Red Rebel, did you just message? 240. Yeah. I got text coming. So any messages come through. But yeah, so 21 countries. Go team. We're kicking ass, taking names. We are narrowing in on a lot of applications. Influencers, as I told you guys, we're kind of like, okay, they're a little delayed. We might wait till we have what's up, Red. We might as well wait till we have the affiliate program. Saw the affiliate program redesign. I know we went over it the end of last week. I think it was the Thursday or something like that. We went over what we've done with the affiliate program. It was a little rough. I've seen the reimagine, re-envision the way the layout looks, much sexier. Gone are the days of white theme. It is now dark theme. It's much more in line with the Anubit site. So there's a little more when you go to anubit.zpspay.com and flow through. There's more continuity, which I think is going to be better for everyone. So it should feel more seamless, and that was a thing that they had to do. Is actually, you would think just clicking a dark theme button. Oh, just click dark theme. No, well, there was no dark theme button. They had everything. That was a little bit of a chore, but we wanted that because we had a bunch of people that are like, why is it so jarring? The thing is, I read Telegram. I don't know if you've seen all my responses. I tried to catch up on, and I missed anything because there was a lot to catch up on. I was out on Friday. repost a message. If I didn't answer a question you guys had, does audio sound cut off? Does audio things green on my end? So if anyone else is getting it where it sounds cut off or disjointed, I can talk closer to the microphone. I definitely want you guys to hear anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Anyone else experiencing what Fred is? When you talk for 30 seconds straight, about 4 seconds get cut. Maybe noise suppression? I don't know. Interesting. Hey, Omar, they're saying that noise suppression, are any settings triggered or do I need to twist one of the dials here? I don't know. Um, he's checking to see if there's any filters. Gate. Are those the default settings? Fred, you're freaking me out, man. Not gonna do what you think I'm gonna do, which is freak out. Fred, you're killing me, bro. I think this is it's really low. Sometimes it hits the red levels, and right now it's all in the green. We're gonna go with it as is. I pulled the mic a little closer. Hopefully this works. Friday with Tanya, same thing. Her voice got cut out most of the time because of soft voice. Maybe Tanya, you streamed on Friday? Wait, no, you streamed with me. That was Thursday. I thought you were saying. I'm serious. I think you can get too far. That's why it cuts off. Thursday.
Gain up a little bit then on there.
Where's the gain?
In the front.
This one? That one? We're gonna turn the gain up. It is now it has increased gain. Not to be confused with GAN. Totally different thing. Okay, so the train of thought. Yeah, getting old. All right, so 21 countries. We are the affiliate program, dark mode, continuity between when you come in through Anubit to the what's up, Yanadu? Through Anubit into ZPS should look much more seamless for the user experience. The affiliate program, we're on the testnet right now. We also have hey, you haven't pushed out a live version yet, have you? It's still on testnet, no live version yet. We are Yeah, so we're gonna have a message that pops up on the GAN where we're putting it in what we'll call maintenance mode, where we're gonna push the test net to live. Other than that, like it's pretty much done. The affiliate program is done. We just have to, I got to re-verify all the numbers if everything, because what we don't want is any double transactions or any, like we have a whole queuing system where it goes in. If it finishes, it puts it in a different state and then it messages back that that it's done so that the database gets updated and when you log in you can see you're accurate, like who did what. So all of that's it's happening, it's done, it's good to go. They banged it out like fast. So we had some people, what's up, we had some people suggest in Telegram that I was expecting this, or they were upset because of the number of countries. People are disappointed. I thought the GAN would be more, and I'm like, actually, some of you kind of came to it, and you're like, what? This is freaking awesome. I think one of the hardest things we did, and I'd say we, but really Omar and the dev team did was wallet connect. Having it seamlessly connect the wallets hugely important because we wanted it to be done in a DeFi system where you purchase and you don't have it in like a private wallet that we control. It's in your wallet, right? And that distinction still, I think people still don't get it. We're having a hard time communicating it. We're doing radio advertising and stuff like that right now. And they don't know crypto. They certainly, if they're new to crypto, they don't understand the importance of decentralized, where it's your wallet, not your keys, not your coin. That's kind of a crypto industry term for people that are either privy to the perfect. Thank you, Fred. That's something that's so unique. Not your keys, not your coin. You have to be really in crypto to get like why that's important, or you have to have been burned, which we don't want. Yeah, you get to people like, oh yeah, I'm never doing that again. That's one thing, but that's kind of too late. They've had a bad experience. We want people to understand why, to avoid those pitfalls. Like, yeah, you never want to give up your keys. Don't surrender your coin for promised returns. And that's one of the things. It's like, yeah, nobody gets how hard it is to create stuff, from design to execution to marketing to polish to managing the baby, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, so marketing, it's almost like we need to point out more examples. So I brought a good one up today. It's a place called well, it was Freedom Coin. Oh, nice little pop up. Or Freeway Coin. Let's see. Freeway. That, what was that commercial? Freeway. It's that thing you're driving on, right? For that insurance company, very catchy. Freeway. It's that thing you're losing money on. So it's a crypto platform. They also have a token. It sounds like they're okay. So as a platform and a token, you can check your token into their platform. And what they were promising is what they dubbed as mind-boggling 43% returns. All right, your first thing. Anyone that overpromises, that's a scary thing. Like when they're dangling, yeah, you're gonna get 43% return regardless of anything. That's what you're guaranteed to get a 43%. So anytime it's not tied to growth or tied to new people or tied somehow rooted in growth or profitability or something, when they're just promising, just check it in, you're going to get it, it's all magic, it's all going to work out, don't worry, you got it. Yeah, sometimes they didn't really think it through. What I can tell you what they did, and this will scare you a little bit, and I don't want to scare you, but here's what they did. They made something so attractive and they overpromised, and they have this big old carrot up. And what they think is, as long as the carrot is big enough, we don't have to ground it in reality. They bought into their own hype of a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Which a lot of the times that can be true. You can dangle a carrot, as long as people chase the carrot. It doesn't have to be grounded in reality. It fulfills itself as long as people believe in it. But the problem with not tying their returns in anything real, where it's just 43%, some fucking number they came up with. That's all it is. It's a number, and it's not tied to growth inherently. It's there to encourage growth, right? So because of that, because it's not contingent on anything, if they ever have a dip, right? If they ever have a dip, guess what happens? The whole house of cards just collapses, because then the wealth disappears that can pay for the growth, for the promises that they've had, and therefore the whole cycle shatters. So what you see, let me go to coin market. Bear with me. Let's see if we can pull them up. Market. Let's see if we can pull up. I think Freeway token. And I'm getting a call. And it's spam. Here's a token. So here's a glimpse Oh, it's rebounding. It's rebounding. They unpaused. Oh, hey, that doesn't look so good, right? It doesn't look so good. So it looked like it was pretty darn solid. In fact, if you look at it, you're like, man, this is super stable because they had that carrot going. They aren't doing steady price growth or anything. But the second the house of cards collapsed, boom, pretty drastic, right? When you kind of look at it. So that's the problem with that. You have it, and I'm only telling you guys this because number one, to so that we can kind of break it down and unpack it together. And number two is to kind of give like we got to change the way we look at things. Especially like I like having diversified. I love it. You guys want to own all of our new Bitcoin, fantastic. But most of you guys have some, some of the other things. You might be have more of one or less. That's fine, right? That's fine. But really want to break down like what makes something risky versus not, and what doesn't hold water, like especially with these high promise returns when they're outperforming the industry right now in a bear market with the returns they're promising. It's a little somewhat shady. And that's why they paused withdrawals. So the article says, that they went and they paused all of their withdrawals and they plummeted 74%. Upset users have taken to Telegram for freeway expressing frustration, yada yada yada. So here's the thing. Let's talk about our affiliate program. Let's see how it compares. We are stating now, it still hasn't, until the fat lady sings, it's not finalized, but that's an expression here in the States. We are promising 10% bonus coin when people, 10% of what somebody else buys. So it's 10% on bonus. We can only afford to do that with new user growth, right? We can only afford to do it with new user growth. We can't afford to do it if we didn't have that inherent growth. So we can't just say you're going to get 10% return on this, because you may not. It can go up or down. But we can promise bonus coin based on new users. That's something that we have. They're in. You're getting 10% on top, no problem. So the other thing is, let's look at. So that's when people buy. If you're in part of the affiliate program, when people buy as one of your referrals, you get that bonus coin because they're definitely coming in. The other way you make money is when people sell or trade. Those are considered whenever a coin transfers other than a buy, it's classified as a sell. So whether you're transferring it directly to someone or whether you're selling the liquidity pool, all those are counted as a 1% sell fee. The reflection is a chunk out of that. No new coin is minted or generated out of that. It's a redistribution of a percent of that fee. So by gearing, you win in two ways. If you're part of the affiliate program, you're going to win every time you get someone to sign up on the GAN and buy some coin and become a holder. You benefit, right? So you win that way. The other way is you win if people sell. Anytime anybody, whether it's your affiliate or referral, anybody on the network sells or transfers their coin, you get reflections. So we built mechanisms where you win in both directions, right? So that's the way, as it scales up, the amount you win scales up with it. You win both ways, right? So here's the thing. Both of those ways we designed it are rooted in either actual contingent. Your reward is contingent on results, or for reflection, it's contingent on when people sell. So that's the way this. Any coin that you have to look at those. I know the devil's in the details, right? You got to look at those core mechanics, saying, okay, is this really something? They're promising me. Now it could be things like, what do we hear? Staking, right? Check things in and earn a result. You can add liquidity to projects. That's also like, that's a way to do it too. hey, I want to add some, you buy a thousand Anubit and you want to add liquidity in. Guess what? You make passive income off of that you checked in as well. So if you add liquidity, you get a percent of pancake swap fees are basically allocated to you, nearly a fifth of a percent. It's not a huge amount, but it's like a fifth of a percent. It's not terrible. So when they collect fees, you get most of the chunk of it goes to those that are liquidity providers. Ours all gets burnt, right? We make passive on the liquidity we provide. However, it gets burnt and just continually stays there as re-added. But for you guys, if you want to add liquidity into different tokens, you can make passive income there. But be very cautious when checking your coin into any platform or giving up your coin and surrendering it. If it's in your cold wallet, which is like an offline version of wallet, or if it's in your hot wallet that's that's more of a DeFi one, like Trust Wallet or MetaMask, those two particularly. If you secure it with those, you hold your keys, you hold your coin. It's the way to go, guys. Don't accept, don't leave your coin on any platform with a promise of returns, because maybe they solve their stuff and go back to functioning. But how many times have we seen where they halt their withdrawals and they're done? There's no guarantee. They don't give you notice so that they don't want anybody pulling out ahead of time, because that just removes their liquidity from their platform. That'll just cause like a run at the bank. So they can basically halt whenever they want. They control your coin. It's their, and if you read the fine print, I guarantee Freeway's terms of use on their fine print, since their stuff centralized, they're gonna say, yeah, in such event, your coin's our coin, get wrecked. Basically, that's what it amounts to. So this is what we woke up to, right? Another red flag, not your keys, not your coin. Keep it in a decentralized ecosystem. And that's what we built. We wanted people to be decentralized, but still have an opportunity to earn gains, to earn rewards. That's what reflection is. Passive income rewards based on people transferring and selling. And as we develop our ecosystem on board merchants, all of those, every transaction, every time anyone buys a cheeseburger with Anubits, you're going to get reflections off of every single time it transfers. So that's what we built. You don't need to check your coin in for us. When people are asking like, well, hey, what's the difference? Like, what, okay, so I get it. But tell me, like, why should I worry about that? Well, you should worry about it because if 2022 has taught all of us anything, it's that centralized places like that, more often than not, number one, just because they're big, right, doesn't mean they can't crash. Like, you look at Celsius, Three Arrows, Terra Luna, big institutions have come crumbling down in microseconds, because you realize that just because they grew to large size didn't mean that they had sound business. Their growth wasn't built on reality. Their growth was built on hype. It was built on investors just dumping money like willy-nilly into them. They didn't have to, I'm not saying they didn't work for their, with PR and marketing and things like that, but ultimately what exists has to be solvent. It has to be profitable. It has to be financially sound. And a bunch of people have apparently 2022 has revealed that a lot of people are really good at building something that isn't sound. And that's not to say that crypto isn't sound. crypto has some sound. I mean, crypto is what you make of it. You can, like for us with the token standard, it's so loose we could have built anything. We made something sound and we rooted it in reality, but you don't have to. Like a lot of the lending things where you check it in and they lend it out, and you got to realize that there's always weak links. And so when family, friends, coworkers are asking you crypto advice, and you're like, hey, you know a lot about crypto. Tell me about this. You got to let them know one of the most important things is, well, in some ways, DeFi, decentralized finance, in some ways that's a myth. There's always some oversight. There's compliance, right? You guys have used our GAN. You know that, oh shit, I got to do KYC. It's like, well, yeah, I don't want to go to jail. Yeah, you got to do KYC. There's no way any exchange, anybody, like we're not an exchange, we still have to do it because guess what? Rob doesn't want to go to jail. We got to do KYC. We got to vet. We got to make sure we have AML policies. We got to, all of that we have to have because we have to stay on the right side of all of that. But aside from that, people have to know that decentralized finance is much safer than centralized. Just true. Anything centralized, at any minute, they could behind the scenes have an underwhelming, like an iceberg of bad business, and they can take you down. So if you're looking to advise people on just basic concepts, decentralized is way better than centralized. Not to say that you can't use centralized applications. If you're using an exchange, KuCoin, Binance, whatever, using exchanges, great, use exchanges. Take your money off of them. Take your coin out of there. Don't store your wealth in somebody else's wallet, which is really what that amounts to. They may call it your wallet. If you're on Binance, you got an account, they may call it, oh, this is your wallet. It's not, it's theirs. They're just allowing you to, it's just got a little hashtag, oh, you let Rob use this one. Anytime they want to keep it or lock it, it's not up to you. It's up to them. They can lock it down. They can keep it. It becomes theirs with a magic wand. And if they're insolvent and they overpromised and they did bad business, you're picking up the check, and that's not fair. So that's the advice I'd give. I wanted to show this as a quick example. I was like, yeah, these guys, they did a good carrot system, but the problem with the carrot is if they over leverage, they overextend to try to pay the piper. Freeway has proceeded roughly process 160 million value according to its website through the claim couldn't be independently verified. There's nothing on the website that explains how any kind of service was offered by Freeway beyond turning crypto into more crypto. I didn't even read that part yet. I just knew that that's what they did. And while it might sound great to just get paid a ton of money for doing nothing, that's not typically how any real value is created. Ever. We built it to create the benefits and rewards for people, and I want to see those people benefit and get rewarded for it. Oh, dear Lord, the circular talk. One of Freeway's founders said the typical explanation from a video post of the company's YouTube. We built. See, this is classic. This is how to sniff out bullshit, right? We built it to create benefits and rewards for people, and I want to see those people benefit and rewarded for it. You built what? What did you build? How does it create that extra wealth? What are you doing to pay it forward? What are you doing to what ecosystem is it part of that it generates 43% guaranteed returns, right? There's something missing. Like that, it's got to serve a purpose. It's got to benefit. It's got to be used. It's got to have like some sort of use case where it's like a problem it's solving in a world. There's a reason why every merchant that we've talked to so far has said yes to receiving a Anubit. Every single one, 100%. A lot of people, you guys haven't, that hasn't clicked yet. Like, what does that mean? It means that we're onto something, that there's a pain point that we can solve, and there's a where people would feel motivated, even though they have all these systems in place. All the merchants that we've talked to, they already have POS systems, they already have QuickBooks, they already have payroll systems, they already have like all these different ways that they can take in money and pay out money and pay everybody and transfer money. They already have all that infrastructure in place. Why would they be willing to take a Anubit? Why aren't they saying, well, we know their pain points. Well, first off, anytime they take credit cards, it's because they get a lot of people, believe it or not, they contest credit cards. So like some of the nightclubs are like, oh, well, yeah, I do bottle service. I have like 20 tables of bottle service, and like a third of them end up calling later and refuting. Just refuting. And guess who the credit card company side with? Them. So they started snapping people's photos and stuff to try to prove and contest. Their fees for a credit card, they're getting charged 3%. That might not sound like a lot. Let's say you take in 100 grand, you're spending $3,000 just in fees for processing. That's a person's salary, you know? So they're paying enormous credit card fees just on, like $100,000 of business. They're paying $3,000 in fees, right? So being able to cut that down to only $1,000 that's $2,000 in their pocket. They're excited about that. That's great. That's a couple grand in their pocket for every 100,000 that they do. The second thing is, let's say they take in that 100,000 and they pay out those fees or whatever. They're left with 97, and they pay off their servers, this and that. In the meantime that they took in all that cash, right, for doing business, what is that cash doing for them? Well, they know it's sitting there. And if you look, whether inflation is, quote, high or low, right? Whether it's up here or down here, there's always inflation, guaranteed. It's our currency isn't deflating where it's going up in value. Where like, well, yesterday I bought a hot dog for $4 and now it's only $2. It's our money's getting stronger. Our money is relatively inflating less than other currencies. That's true. But you're just measuring the descent. You're saying, oh, some are crashing harder. Ours is, strong, less of a, slant, right? So here's the thing. That money doesn't do anything for them. It only loses value. Now, some countries lose 50% of the value every month. I'm looking at you, Argentina. Every month, their citizens spend their money as fast as humanly possible when they get paid, because they know by the end of the month, it's worth half of what it was in the beginning. So their salaries have to go up. So every time they get paid, like their next payday better be double, otherwise they're not going to make it, right? But then it's a perpetual increase and hyperinflation, the tune of like sometimes like 50%. It's either a month or a year. Anyway, it's crazy. So they spend their money. They're number one, no incentive to save for a rainy day. Why? Hold on to money that's losing their value, right? No sense holding on to it. They spend every dollar they've got, or they throw it. I'll tell you, Argentina throws it one of two places: US dollars, because it's less of a decline than their native currency, and they love throwing it in crypto. Those are two things to hedge against that inflation. Now, in the States, it's proven to not be a good, because the dollar's been stronger than other things, even though the dollar's inflating. But other countries really need it. So anyway, even with our strong dollar, it still doesn't gain. So they're excited, like, not only to not lose from inflation, but to have chance to be a win. So if instead of losing, let's say it loses, what's inflation right now? Let's say it's 10% in a year, right? So that means that you have $1,000 that's going to lose 10%. It's going to be worth 900. What if the new Bitcoin went up by 10%? Well, that if they held a Nubit, That's not a 10% difference. Their dollars would have been down by 10. Now their Anubit is up by 10. That's a 20% swing. That's where they're like, I have a chance of something going up in value through reflection. So no, demand is going to cause it to go up, and they're making reflection, so they're earning more passive coin, which is kind of like a way of like, well, if they're worth $1 and you have 1,000 of them, and then at the end you have a 1,100, that's like a 10% gain, because even if it didn't go up in value, you're earning passively. So they're excited about that. So 100% of the merchants have said yes. 100%. Nobody said no. We're waiting for a no. I mean, yeah, guaranteed. We're doing a bit of a pitch, right? I'm not gonna lie. We definitely say all the strengths. Like, of course, like, hey, it does X, Y, and Z, and it solves this, and this. Are you in? And 100% say, yeah, I'm in. That all makes sense. Well, it's crypto. Does that scare you? Well, no. Is there a way for me to cash out and get back to cash if I need to pay things, this and that? Oh, yeah. All those systems are in place. Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. Awesome. So that's where we're at. Again, 21 countries, affiliate program coming online this week. It's coming. I can tell you a couple people in the office wanted to turn it on today. I want a little more testing just to make sure that we don't have any issues. It's kind of one of those things where it's like you measure twice, cut once. Measure twice, cut once. Or it's ready, aim, fire, not ready, fire, aim. So we're going to take a little extra time just to take a breath. We're going to double check everything. We've been working at such a fast pace. Everyone's like, when we get stuff done, they just want to turn the corner and burn on to the next thing. I definitely want to take a pause and do a little refresh, make sure that we're in the right point in time. So other than that, guys, things are going good. We're going to have the ecosystem coming up before you know it. I described it in Telegram, but let me tell you guys, it's kind of like our app. Think of it, you combine 3 different things. The GAN, which you guys are familiar with, a way to purchase crypto, right? Think of it as a POS, where it's a way to do a transaction to a merchant. That's in there. Because we have 2 apps. We can't develop just one. Well, we have several. The 2 main ones that the customers use, there's the user app, and there's the which you guys have already have accounts for basically in the GAN. Those all transfer over. And then there's a merchant app that actually, think of it like the DoorDash, right? You got the driver app and you got the user app. Like, you guys don't log in the driver app. That's for them to run around and do their orders. You have your app where you order the food, right? So you got your all of them, like Uber, and they all work on that same thing. So we have 2 apps that face the community depending on whether they're providing the service or as a merchant, or whether they're paying for the service. And then we have all of our management tools that have to be developed. So we have a pretty good, we're really strong on all fronts right now. So we've got a point of sale system in there. We got our GAN, a way to purchase crypto. And then what we've also are introducing and have really, began developing is a lot of the same features that you might see in more like a Venmo style, as well as Cash App. So a lot of the social media friend infrastructure for transferring, so that you can transfer Anubits seamlessly. And here's what's kind of cool about it. We're doing it all in DeFi. Why does that matter? Because it would be really easy for us to emulate these schmucks who close their whole system. They built this thing. You check your crypto in with us, and we'll hold on to it for you, and we'll let you use it to pay for stuff, right? That's easy to do. Like, Starbucks, you load Starbucks cash, this and that. That's easy stuff because it's all part of their ecosystem. It's not DeFi. We're going to do all this in DeFi. We're going to do it so that our platform, the ZPS apps that you use are going to be ours, and they're going to they're facilitating these exchanges and these transactions. But they connect through approved privileges to the wallets, through MetaMask or Trust Wallet or the DeFi wallet. So you keep your keys, You just lend us temporary access to facilitate, and you got to approve all of that through approvals to facilitate transfers and transactions. So that if you want to pay a merchant or you want to send your cousin Bobby some Anubit, you can do it all through our app, while never surrendering your keys to the car. Right? You, not your keys, not your coin. You keep your keys. So if you guys can figure out a way to help us, like, simplify that, man, that would help, because it's a mouthful. It's hard for us to communicate the importance. It's, you know, it's hard to especially for the lay person coming into crypto. It's a very complicated thing, because for them it's like they don't understand a crypto wallet. Like, oh, so it's like my bank account. Well, kind of is a little bit. I guess you know, we can compare it to that, but they're still just trying to get it. We call it a wallet. We don't call it a bank. We call it, you know, your crypto stays on the blockchain. It doesn't actually go into your wallet. That just gives you access to your coin on the blockchain. It's all complicated. So anyway, we'll continue fighting the good fight, making progress. I'm going to keep you guys up to date. I'll be doing a stream on Wednesday. I've got some fun stuff to go over on Wednesday. In the meantime, I'm going into a marketing meeting now, and I'll have a better idea of when, number one, when the affiliate program, we're going to advertise the hell out of that. When that goes online, we delayed the influencers to coincide to releasing with the affiliate program. I'm going to get an updated list of that. I'm going to keep you guys in the loop the best I can. I appreciate all of your faith and dedication. And I'll tell you what, when affiliate kicks, I'm going to count on you guys to help spread the word. On a lot of these platforms, when you directly pay to advertise, which occasionally we do, a lot of times they reject us. I mean, because we're in crypto. It's just like, you know, they're like, can you guys just do something easier, like drugs, right? They would let us on for drugs, but for crypto, they a lot of them won't let us advertise. But what they will do is personal people can share anything they want to their timelines. And that's why the affiliate program is going to have such strength, because a lot of places have a hard time advertising crypto. They don't have a way that people can go viral with it like we have the chance to. So we just need that snowball to get it going. Once we get some results and people see, oh, I'm actually earning, this is freaking awesome, then I think that other people will get in line. I hope we have a big enough carrot. I pushed it to the very limit of what we can make sure that it's solvent. As you can see with Freeway, solvency, not promising more than you can deliver, is incredibly important. So we have a little flexibility in there. I'm not saying we don't, but we really pushed it as high as I would want to keep it both competitive and solvent. And if you have any suggestions, please let us know. We definitely, we want this to be a success. If it's not going to do its job, it's not really useful. So hopefully the affiliate program, we're expecting really good results. So, and no one else can do it. They don't have the GAN. We do. They have to go through exchanges. Exchanges are going to be something that is in addition to all this. So, I mean, our advantage, we put in the work. They didn't. All right. Thank you guys. I will see you guys on Wednesday, but we'll be available on Telegram. Hit me up. Any other thoughts, concerns, silly ideas, awesome ideas, send them my way. We are listening, and